Miyetti Allah hails federal government decision to allow Zamfara state to manage its gold. Hello, my wonderful people. I will tell you what's happening. Remember that the governor of Zamfara state has just moved from PDP to APC. And so, earlier on this year, the state of Zamfara was declared a no-flying zone because of some activities of banditry. A lot of kidnapping and all that was happening. So the federal government said, you know what, there's a no-flying zone because they discovered um, because of the gold. Some people were, illegally mining gold and were using it as a yardstick to commit crime. So they mine the gold and they commit crime and they make sure that the people, committing banditry to distract the government from them that are mining gold. A lot. So right now, those embargoes placed on Zamfara state are being lifted. Can you see what's going on? So it's give and take. Give me a, if you join APC, like Oshomole rightly said, all your sins, political sin, if you like, steal Nigeria and put in your pocket. So long as you join APC, you are forgiven. In case you are not aware, even governors of the East now are all planning to join APC, in case you're not aware. So there's a lot going on in the political terrain. It's not because PDP is good or APC is good. Oh. They are birds of a feather, meaning they are the same thing. It's a PDP that formed APC. Please tell me who is in APC now that was not in PDP or one political party or the other. So there's nothing new. There is no. Anyway, let's get into the news. Miyetti Allah hailed federal government for allowing Zamfara state to manage its gold. They were not allowing it before. As soon as he joins, he has started managing it. Governor Ifeanyi Okowa has frowned at the move by the federal government to allow some states in the country to control their solid material. The Delta State governor particularly kicked against the government's decision to allow Zamfara mine and manage its own gold. The money, everything comes to them. Okowa insists that the policies that stop Niger Delta State from managing their oil and gas resources was discriminatory. The oil and gas belongs to the whole country. In fact, that's where they share and they tell us what percent to give to us. But the one for Zamfara goes to them. Is this right? Okowa made his grievances known during a quarterly media interaction with journalists in Asaba, the Delta State capital, who criticized the government's decision to stop Niger Delta from managing their oil and gas resources, described the policy as discriminatory. Speaking further, Okowa said there was a need to restructure the country to pave way for the devolution of more powers to the state and local government. The governor, who serves as the chairman of the South-South Governors Forum, stated that all the states in the region were united in the quest for the restructuring of the country. He explained that the country is not making progress as a result of the issue of restructuring and resource control not being addressed. However, Miyetti Allah has hailed the government for ensuring that Zamfara states cannot have those things that were previously seized from them. One of it being their natural resources, them able to manage it, sell their gold and keep it up for themselves by themselves. All the resources and everything comes to them, and no other state is sharing anything with them. But for Delta states and other states that have other mineral resources in the South, South, and the Southwest is shared for the whole country. So look at it. Where is fairness, equality, justice, truth, and honesty in this country? Does it stand? I beg your pardon. The answer I can tell it to you is no. So Zamfara governor has joined APC and now he's free to have the embargo placed on the whole resource of gold and all that. He's free to have it now. He's free to have it to himself. So who is deceiving who exactly? Can you see that, when they tell you that this governor has joined APC or this governor has left this party, do you know that there is always a throw and a catch? It's not all a silver bullet that just goes. No, 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 there is something more to it. They are coercing people here and there, trying to get people into their own terrain, into their own space, into their own vein, because they want these people, so that when things are beginning to be done for the nation, nobody can stand against, nobody can say no. There is no opposition. It's wrong. Now, Nigeria's political definition is not clear. There is no honesty. What I mean by that, I mean, those of you who are our esteemed subscribers who have been following us, you know exactly what we are talking about. So, but please, I plead your indulgence. For instance, in countries where you have proper true democracy, there is clear-cut agenda what every party stands for. So it makes it practically impossible to move from one party to the other. But in Nigeria, there is no definition. Take, for instance, what does PDP stands for? What would PDP do when they are in power for Nigerians? Is it that PDP are focused towards ensuring that there is infrastructure, education, and there is wealth creation? So that means all the agenda, all the policies they will be making throughout the 4 years, 8 years they're in power is more gear. Other areas are being developed, but mainly you see their strengths being strengthened in this area. Is it, for instance, APC? They are more education oriented, health oriented. So when they are in power, they ensure that our education is one of the best and the top in the world. When they're in power, they ensure that there is health care. I mean, health care, women and children. I mean, every state, there is proper health care systems being put in place. So, what do they stand for? I'll give you a little example. In the United States of America, we have what we call the Democrats and the Republicans. Now, there are other parties. These are the two main big parties, like we say PDP and APC. The Republicans and the Democrats have a clear-cut agenda. Why Republicans, for instance, we want the borders open. Why the Democrats want the border open? Every country come to America. The Republicans will say, no, let's be conservative. So also the United States Kingdom. We have what we call the Labour and the Conservative. The Conservative want people that are coming professionals. But the Labour wants the borders to be open to, for instance, not professionals. So there is clear-cut definition. So you cannot move from one party to the other. But in Nigeria, APC is actually PDP. It's just a name. PDP is actually APC. Leave us a comment. God bless you. Have a lovely and a fantastic day. Let's hear your thoughts. God bless you. Bye for now.